Alright, so I definitely forgot to record an intro, but this is my look. I took a few photos so you guys could see what it looks like, and then we're gonna jump right into the tutorial. I'm gonna feel like Nikki when I say this, but to prime my eyes, I'm gonna use my soft ochre paint pot from MAC, and I'm gonna use this all over from lash line up to the concealer under my brow bone. Next, I'm taking Zone and Punk from the Urban Decay Gwen Stefani palette, and I'm gonna use this as my crease in transition shade, and I'm using a brush that's really similar to the MAC 224, only this is from Stila, and I have no idea what number it is. And I'm just gonna blend my life away, basically. I'm now gonna go into the highlight shade in this quad from Kat Von D and Sage. I'm gonna use this to set the concealer under my eye and also blend out the transition color. Going back into the shade Punk inside of the Gwen Stefani palette, and now I'm just gonna deepen up the crease now that everything is blended out. So you're gonna go back and forth until everything is smooth and there are no harsh lines. I'm going to use the primer from Kat Von D. It's the high voltage primer in Smokey. I don't know where you can get this, honestly. I'll have to double check for you. My friend gave it to me and I love it. Right on top of this, I'm going to go in with the beautiful green shade, which is also known as the Define color in the Sage quad from Kat Von D. It is absolutely my favorite color right now. It is too beautiful. And I'm just packing and pressing and packing and pressing. I'm bringing it right up to the crease so that I can blend it out. The brush that I'm using right now is a MAC 217. Then I'm gonna go right back in with the brush that we previously used so that I can blend those two colors together and they can live happily ever after. Just gonna add a little liner by the lash line so when we apply the lashes, there will be a little base behind it. Some mascara so that your lashes match the false lashes. These lashes are from the beauty supply store. They're from the brand Kiss in the style Paparazzi. I'm also using Duo lash glue to apply them. I find that that is the lash glue that holds all day for me. And now I'm just using NYC liquid liner to go over the lash band so that it is not as noticeable. Moving on to primer, I'm using the Dior Forever and Ever primer. My skin type is oily. I do find that this holds my foundation on pretty long throughout the day. It does not control oil for the 12-hour shift that I need it to, but it's close enough. Here's where things get crazy. I am mixing two shades of foundation together. I currently have on Self Tanner. And right here, I noticed that it doesn't really match, but I have to get ready for work, so I'm gonna make it work anyway. So I continue to apply these two shades together all over my skin. And I was like, maybe I'll just like throw on some bronzer and warm it up. But you can tell by the pictures that it's not perfect, but whatever. So you see the tanner around my wrist. I'm really bad at this, but I'll get better at it. I just bought another thing of self tanner and I'm gonna give it another try. Anyway, the two foundations that I mixed together are the Fit Me Matte and Poreless and a little bit of my Dior Nude in the shade 40. I tried to warm up the color a little bit, but it didn't work out. After it's all over my face, I usually add a little bit more to the cheek area because that's the first place it tends to go on me. I wear my foundation for at least 12 hours when I do wear it, so I need it to stay. Right now I'm going to start highlighting. I am using the very lightest shade, which I think is Fair Neutral, in the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. I'm going to use this on my smile lines as well because I laugh a lot and they're super noticeable. I also realized that with me having tanner on, this concealer is way too light for me to highlight with. So this, I'm going to use a damp beauty blender and I'm going to press this into the skin. Now, the day that I filmed this, it was very, very cloudy and I could barely see. I had the flash on my phone so that you guys could see in the video. And in the mirror, it looked like I blended everything really well, but I can notice in the camera right now that no, everything is not blended very well, especially on my forehead. This is my first video. I'm gonna get the hang of it and figure out lighting details and other things. Not too bad, I guess. You never really realize how crazy you look blending your concealer in until you have to record it and put it in a video and then upload it on YouTube. Alright, all hail RCMA no color powder. My coworker brought this in for me. It had been sold out forever. She ordered 2 of them and brought me one. I'm so excited. So when I am not tan, I cannot bake under my eyes with the Mercier powder because it makes me all one shade instead of keeping my concealer a lighter color. So for you very, very fair skinned people, the no color powder is going to be your best friend. So I am letting that bake under my eyes for a little bit. I did do it with a damp beauty blender. I'm now going to contour my face using the Hoolah bronzer. I felt as though with me being a little more tan and a little warmer on my chest and arms, that to do it with a bronzer would just look like my face looked a little more complete. I'm using a 79 brush from Sephora. This is my new favorite contour brush. I love it. I use it at work all the time on clients, and I use it at home on myself every day. Wipe away the powder that was baking under my eyes. I'm gonna go back into my brush with no product on it and blend the two together. Go ahead and line my waterline. I'm just using a powder puff as to hold my space on my cheek so that I don't get fingerprints in my foundation. I'm gonna do the same thing to the other side. The liner that I'm using is from Marc Jacobs. Alright, on to the fun stuff. This is AQUALUNA. This is a glitter from Golden Pink Parlor. It is so insanely gorgeous. You can use my discount code VanityBeat for money off of glitter and highlighters from goldenpinkparlor.com. I'm gonna apply the glitter using Too Faced glitter glue. Now, Golden Pink Parlor does have their own glitter adhesive, which is really amazing, but I have used all of mine, so now it's back to the glitter glue. I'm placing it only where I want to put the product, and then I'm gonna go right in with the glitter. You don't wanna let the glitter glue dry. So you want to do one eye at a time, and you definitely want to work in sections. Now I'm going to go into this blush. It is called Songbird. It's by Becca Cosmetics. It is like a peachy coral shade with a gold sheen. It is gorgeous. These blushes are very pigmented and very long wearing, so they have slowly but surely become my personal favorite. Okay, yes, what you've all been waiting for, highlights. This is Champagne Pop from Becca. I'm applying it dry first to the high points of my cheeks and around the sides of my eyebrows. And then, after I've applied it dry, I then apply the highlight wet. So this second portion of me applying it is with a wet brush. And then this is usually the final result when applying your highlight wet.
Personally, I know you can hear me going, yes, in your head right now.
Gonna move on to lips. This lip liner is from Mercier. It is in the color Chestnut. This liner literally goes with like every lipstick, any nude lipstick basically that I own. Now, if you haven't noticed already, I have little lips. So I'm gonna overdraw the shit out of them. I'm basically gonna overdraw top and bottom. I then, which is not in this clip, went in with the color Pure Hollywood from ABH, and I did that inside the shade. And now I'm just blending the two together to make a beautiful combination. And here in this photo, you can totally tell that my foundation does not match my chest, but whatever. Thanks, guys.